Welcome back. We're playing Nullius, and in this episode we are automating nanofabricators real quick, and then we're going down and getting some worm harvesting, which is pretty dark once you think about it, but we'll get there in a second, won't we? Alright, here's our basic Nanofabricator 2 setup. We've got 6 things that we almost have that I'm going to summon with our demand chests. And then we have this large dispatch chest, which I haven't made yet, except I have made it right here. So large dispatch chest 2. I'm butchering the pronunciation of that. I guess it's a little early for me. We have the large storage chest 2, but we need the large dispatch chest 2. Wow, I'm struggling. Okay, and then for this, we have the large storage chest 1, but we need the small dispatch chest 1, so that's this. And here we have the stuff, and it's already being crafted. I was planning on cutting this whole thing and moving it to a spot where I can do a little more cramming in. But, I mean, maybe that was just perfect. Who knows? Let's see, Nanofabricator 2. So maybe over, like, here. Let's just plop it right down like so. Okay, and walk over there. And look at that, we beat our base bots. There they come. Okay, now there was one other thing I needed for this, and that was the fabrication tool 3s. Oh, I also need to set up this demand chest like so. So we don't need the large dispatch chest 2s. We instead need the fabricator something or other. These ones, fabrication tool 3s. And how many of each are coming? Just one of each are coming, but my logistics bots, they take 4 at a time now, 3 at a time now, something like that. Okay, and let's see here. I do have some of that we can just dump in there. Do I have any of those? I did have some large storage chests and some large storage chest 2s. Okay, and that was just, I think, from cutting the business just now. Okay, so now what do I need to do? It was the fabrication tool 3s, which are Nanofabricator 1, Battery 1, and Fabrication Tool 2. So I was thinking about coming down in my mall and putting it by my Fabrication Tool 2s, which are around these parts, I believe. Here they are. And just like that, I crammed it in right here. I had those fabrication tools coming over like this. We're summoning battery 1s and Nanofabricator 1s here. And then output chest should do the trick. Okay, cool. I just love doing stuff like that. I'm an animal, I know. Okay, and let's come up and just make sure these Nanofabricator 2s are going to be fine. Where are they? Here they are. Do we have any... Oh, I'm not putting these in a chest. Ah, dang it. That was a terrible design. I would really like to stick it in a chest. Should I do something crazy here? No. Don't give me those foundries. Okay, never mind. I'll take the foundries. Here we go. Okay, I found it. All right, so here's my idea on going absolutely crazy, and that is doing it like so. All right. Cool. So now we're just waiting on those new fabrication tool 3s, and the Nanofabricator 2s will come down. And Nanofabricator 2s are useful for things like creating life out of thin air. So let's head on down to my biology setup. Speaking of creating life out of thin air, like look at the amino acids that the nanofabricators are doing for me, the nucleotides, all the genomes and the progenitors and the protocells. And you know, now that I think about it, I thought automating those nanofabricators was going to be on theme for this episode, but it's really not, because we're going to rip out some of this stuff. Let's see. Should we start with the protocells? Let's see what we have here. I think protocells will be most useful. So instead of making protocells out of sugar and amino acids and fatty acids, and it takes 50 seconds to create 2 of them, look at this one. Just bacteria and saline water. This is basically free once we go look at what bacteria consumes. And every 8 seconds we get 5 protocells, so we will need a fraction of the nanofabricators in order to make protocells. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, and I just set that up temporarily so that we would have enough worms to get that new protocell business going on. So I think I might put protocells like here. It's kind of close to the bacteria. We can also expand bacteria. I think I might need to now. But like the bacteria is pretty solid. 10 bacteria consumes 2 sugar, 3 cellulose, and that's it. And sugar and cellulose are pretty easy to come by now that we have some of the grass harvesting that we have down here. Yeah, we're crushing grass, creating sugar and cellulose. Our cellulose is getting a bit low, actually, which means we need to consume the sugar, and we do have a way we can do that this episode. I believe it's fermenting sugar. Here, let's check off them all, go into worm harvesting, and yeah, better protocells and then ferment sugar. That was the 2 things I wanted to do first. Let's get rid of that very important piece of my base. And these are working, right? Item ingredient shortage. But the ones up top are working. Okay, so we should be getting more worms. And yeah, you can see our worm eggs are coming down, so we'll be able to get a lot more worms soon. That'll all back up, and we will have just a beautiful amount of worms being created. And then we'll see what we can do with that. Oh, it's horrifying. Just wait. Okay, Protocell 2, bacteria, saline water. Yeah, basically free. I'm not even going to use my good yield modules. Maybe I'll use my bad yield modules. Yeah, I might just do that. Why not? Or even productivity, or even a speed and a good efficiency and a good productivity, something like that. It's kind of fun. So let's see, what would that look like? Crafting speed is greater, 5% productivity, and we're at our max consumption limit here because that's minus 120, that's plus 40. Perfect. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, and then I'll do what I've done before with these 4 output flotation cells. I guess it's not 4 output flotation. It gives me a little flexibility here of where I'm putting the bacteria in. Anyways, here's what we do with this. Okie dokie. We've got 6 of them, which should be plenty. I've got a solid output of graphite, which is a byproduct that I need to get rid of, going into these active provider chests in Nullius. They're called dispatch chests, but they do the same thing. They discard the contents, and the bots will immediately come to take them where they need to go. And then the protocell is the fluid output. We certainly need, let's see here. Do I have good relays in my inventory? I think I might not. Let's remedy that then. Good relays, and we just want maybe 5 of them. Not in the logistics network, of course, because I need a relay to do that. Okay. All right. Sorry. Here's a fine place for the relay there. And they'll bring the relay, and then they'll bring me the relay 3. Oh, wait, but I can, let's see here. Change this. That's what I needed to do. Okay, so now they'll bring the relay 3. And that's a pretty big logistics area. That's nice. Okay, anyways. Oh, and good. We had those dispatch chests prepared. All right. Let's see. Let's hook up bacteria and saline water, which should be pretty easy. I think we have saline water right here. Saline water, yep. And then the bacteria is over here. Now the bacteria, I need to think about where I want to run it, because I do want this line of bacteria that my mouse is over, I want this to be prioritized, because the only way we get more bacteria is by using bacteria. So if I ran out of bacteria making protocells, then we would no longer be able to make more bacteria, which would obviously be a problem. It's like Covarex. You want to keep some shiny green rocks for the Covarex process. Okay, so I will take this deprioritized bacteria over here, and then elbow it up to the input there. Cool. And now we just need saline water, which I think I have a ton of places where I can get this. I think it's over by the grass, maybe. Let's see. Is this saline water? No, that's fresh water. Okay. I guess it's the bacteria. So, cool. Let's... And this actually... We might run out of this. Okay, that worked out well. We might run out of this because I think this isn't my main saline water Instead, I just made a hydro plant. So let's see. This is producing almost 200 per second. And for just these 6 nanofabricators, only 20 a second. And then the bacteria is 24 a second. Okay, so yeah, we are doing just fine here. And yeah, now we're making protocells, so we need to figure out a place to put that. But I was a little worried I'm going to run out of bacteria. Should I be a little worried that I'm going to run out of bacteria? Let's use max rate calculator. We've got a net rate of 2.64 per second, and these are going to consume almost 12. Yes, indeed. Let's deconstruct all this madness. It was pretty important, wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't that important. Okay, so this is the tileable design. I need to copy just like that, and it's not going to let me because of the saline here. Was that important? Was that a light? Oh, I see what I did. I put it in the wrong place. Ah, gosh. Come on. Okay, that's the right place. And good. Okay, so that was sugar and then cellulose, which is just hard to see on the belt. Man, I really struggle seeing the cellulose on that belt. Okay, so that's a bit more bacteria. I could also replace those yield modules. I could also upgrade the flotation cells like that. Am I okay upgrading the power plants as well? Sure. Or the power lines. Did I say power plants? How silly of me. Okay. And that beacon no longer has power, but I think I do want... Do I want this beacon? Let's put it somewhere useful, maybe? Like there would be kind of useful. Okay. All right. Let's plug the protocells in, because we're pretty much full, huh? Where do I plug it into? Protocells are being used down by my genomes and that sort of thing. So, protocells. Can I take it on this line over here? It runs into some problems with the wastewater. Should I take it up here? No. Should I take it down here? I should take it down here. Okay. Like... I think that's probably good. Okay, this is my protocell, right? Yeah, we're just out of protocells, so it's good that we're doing this, eh? We'll just run it right next to the bacteria. Perfect. All right. Just like so. We've got protocells. We've got the stuff we need. We've got the graphite. Where is the graphite going? Hopefully I have... I don't have it. I need a requester chest of the graphite, don't I? Let me... do it from afar, perhaps. So, should it be a requester chest or should it be a filtered storage chest? Maybe it should be a filtered storage chest. What am I doing? Don't do that. Goodness. Okay, so we filter, put a little graphite in here. There we go. And then, let's see. I think I want both sides of the belt. So if we pick up and then... one drops on the near side, one drops on the far side, and then we can just plop it on the line right here. Here. This should be fine. Okay. Cool. All right. Looks good. How's my carbon fiber doing? How's my extra cellulose doing? I'm just curious. Let's walk up here and see. Let's see. Products finished 1,389. That's a good bit of carbon fiber we're doing. 1389. Yeah, each product finished is like 5 carbon fiber, right? So that's over 6,000 carbon fiber. Cool. Very exciting. And that's basically free with the cellulose that we get. Okay, and that's why we don't have cellulose. So let's set up. Hopefully everything there is going to work and give me the protocells that I need. I guess I should rip out this stuff so that we don't consume... Oh gosh. Yeah, thank you bots for your service. Okay, I'll just rip this out, won't I? Cool, that's pretty clean, I think. I can... if I wanted to, I could replace some of these things with elbows instead of the three-way things, but I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, I messed this up. Oh, no, I didn't. This is just saline water that I don't need. Okay, so I need to clean that up as well. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. Oh, I can't do this, huh? Okay, click on that down there. And let's look at this sugar fermenting. Now, the issue I am worried about with the sugar fermenting is if I just do it, let's see. Sugar fermenting would be where? This? No, amino acid metabolism. That's to get rid of amino acid, or to use amino acids maybe. Oh, here we go. Fermentation. So it's pretty cheap. Just a little bacteria, fresh water is trivial. And then it gives us methanol. And then the thing is, what do we do with the methanol? Let me show you all the things we can use methanol for. We are not going to use it for nucleotides. That is an inferior nucleotide recipe. Well, I mean, we are using that recipe right now, aren't we? Or did we switch over? No, we're still using that recipe, but we will soon switch over because it's inferior. All right, we can make solvent. Good. We definitely need solvent. We can vent it. Yeah, we might do that. Who knows? No, we'll burn it. This is the inferior fatty acid recipe. It's super slow. Let's see. We make lubricant. Yeah, we're doing that. We can put it in canisters and use it for trains or whatever. Sure. That's pretty minimal, though. We can burn it. Can combust it. Good. Lubricant, yes. Solvent, yes. Biodiesel, we're not there yet. But we will do that. Okay. My point is that there's not much stuff that I can just consume. Like lubricant, what were the big things? Solvent and lubricant. But I don't think that's enough methanol. I think if I'm all of a sudden creating a bunch of free methanol, we'll back up the methanol. And then we won't be able to do all this stuff over here. Now, methanol is pretty much the end product. Like, if I stop doing methanol over here, I think I'm happy with that, because then we won't be making we won't be consuming methane. So we'll have more methane for things like graphite. But then what do we do with the extra methane? I really think we're going to pretty quickly back up on methane once we start using all this sugar. So something to consider. I think I'll probably ferment this sugar and then top up the methanol. Does that make sense? No. Probably want to prioritize... I really don't know. Because I do want to get rid of some sugar. I think what I'll do is I'll read let's see, here's what I'll do. I'll read this box, and if we run low on cellulose, if we're less than like 30,000 or so, then this belt stops running, right? So we should be hovering at not 30,000, storage of 30 slots, which is 6,000. And then if we get below that, then we stop consuming the cellulose. So then we'll fill up. And if we get above it, we will rapidly consume the cellulose. So we'll hover around 6,000. So I think then what I can do is burn through the sugar unless this is at like 10,000, right? So if this is above 10,000, then we want to stop consuming sugar because that's too much cellulose. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put a red wire here, and I'll run the red wire over to my sugar belt, like here. Okay, we want to output it. I guess it doesn't matter the output priority because we're going to block it off, and then we'll run the sugar this way to the fermenting. All right, cool. Let's run the red wire down to that box, shall we? Follow the power lines. Yes, here and here. Okay, and now we are reading the cellulose. Okay, so now the condition will be if the cellulose is greater than 10,000 is what I said, isn't it? Greater than... Oh, no, if it's less than 10,000, excuse me. If it's less than 10,000, then we will consume the sugar. So that means we'll fill up on the sugar. The reason we would fill up on Sorry, the cellulose. We'll fill up on the cellulose because we'll be consuming this sugar, which allows us to make more cellulose. And do we need to worry about having more grass? Possibly, because we are consuming grass for the worms as well. I think I might want to do things like upgrade this belt. Possibly even to... it's out of blue already. Yeah, I didn't need to upgrade that. Okay. That could help, perhaps. Perhaps. All right. Okay, now let's deal with the fermenting. Do I want to just build the fermenting over here? I think this is a pretty good place to like turn biology into things like methanol, you know, fluids. So that makes sense to me. Can get rid of these nitrogen tanks at some point. It's kind of a shame too, but oh well. Right now, I think we're fine. Okay. Let's deal with this in distilleries, eh? That was unexpected. And I don't think I want a ton of this, like we're saying here. I also don't want to conserve sugar bacteria, really. Certainly not fresh water. All right, and how much fresh water? Let's see, 100. Let's see, oh gosh. Oh, 100 every 10 seconds. Okay, so that's not much fresh water. Each well gives us like 200, I think. All right, set up these fluid things. Okie dokie, something like this. And then we'll find a nice line for it. Maybe I won't have to get rid of... Let's see, I didn't cut that. I copied it. Okay, if I do it right like so, I think that should be good. All right, how much sugar is this consuming? 6 per second. That's probably about what I want. And then 80 methanol every second, which is, let's just compare it with how much methanol we're getting. Where is the methanol? Here it is. So let's see, like 3 of these are running at a time, and that's 33. Oof. So this is a lot of methanol we're going to be all of a sudden needing to consume. Oh, is that methanol? That's methanol. We can just tie it right in there. That's so fun. Okay, should I just tie it right in there, or should I move this down a little bit? You know, maybe I'll just cut off the top here. And then I can put a 3-way like that. Oh, that was a 2-way. 3-way like that is what I said. And now this is carbon dioxide, which is the byproduct that will quickly fill up, I think. Should I get rid of these solar panels? They are doing like nothing for me. Let's just stop. I guess actually it is helpful when I go in here and I look at my solar panels. I'm like, is it nighttime? That can be helpful. It's the easiest way to check to see what time of day it is, in my opinion, unless you guys have a better way to check. Okay, carbon dioxide is right here. All right, and we want to, let's see. Feed it in where? The issue, if I feed it in here, this is not a byproduct. Oh, I just feed it into my normal line. Yeah. I feed it into my normal line, and then we'll probably back up on nitrogen, but such is the price we pay. Okay. Because that line is half full, and it has some byproduct carbon dioxide as well as some consuming carbon dioxide, and then we top it up with the carbon dioxide from those distilleries. Okay, so this will be good, actually. It'll mean we are running these a lot less, and I think these are running non-stop, and our carbon dioxide is pretty low right now. So that'll be nice, actually. And then the wastewater we definitely need to do. It's somewhere here. Where's wastewater? Oh, it's up. It's up. We'll run it up. And let's see. This is the byproduct, so we don't want to shove it into the science. Looks like this is byproduct. Hopefully. Otherwise, my science wastewater is struggling. Yeah, okay, science wastewater line is pretty full. And then the byproduct is running over to wastewater processing. And is that it? Yeah, just fluid inputs. Okay, so now we can deal with the sugar and the other things. Low power. Oh, these aren't connected to the pylon because that pylon has too many connections. So we'll just put another pylon right here. Come on. I hate how there are only a few connections on these pylons. I wish we could do more. Oh well. I don't know the clean way to fix that, guys. Sorry. Fast and easy is my motto. All right. Run the sugar this way, and then again, this is only going to run if we have less than 10,000 cellulose in here, and indeed we have less than 10,000 cellulose. Not for long though, right? Surely not for long. Who knows? Maybe we will need to consume more of this sugar than I think in order to get a healthy supply of cellulose. But I think we'll be fine. Now, this is actually interesting. I'm realizing that the more sugar we consume, the more cellulose comes to the... what is this called? Cellulose pyrolysis, which gives me graphite. This basically burns the cellulose and gives me graphite. So the more sugar we use, the more methanol we get, and the more graphite we get. And graphite is consuming methane. So not only are we getting more methanol into our system, we are also consuming less methane. So yeah, I really think we might have a backup of methane. We'll see. I feel like an episode or two ago, I ran out of methane, so this isn't the worst problem to have. We'll figure it out. We'll do methane burning or whatever. Okay, and then we just need fresh water and bacteria. I can put a well right above here, and that should be just fine. I'll do the one way. We'll do it right. Okay, and that should be fine, right? Let's see. Alt-X to use my max rate calculator, and yes, we're getting more water or fresh water than we are consuming. Okay. So the other thing is bacteria. I wonder how much bacteria is this using? Just a little bit, 0.72. Okay, and bacteria is coming over here for science. So I can just take it right here, yeah? Let's do it. And then, yeah, this is coming along nicely, eh? I'm pleased to use all this biology for things that I need. So a lot of this biology stuff, it feels like we're just getting better biology stuff, right? But like, what's the point? And I mean, one of the points is to beat the game, because in order to beat the game, we need to seed this planet with life. That's pretty much the point of the game. So yeah, is it just a win condition that we are fulfilling when we do biology, or are we actually making our base more efficient? And whenever I do stuff like this, I feel like, my base is more efficient. Yes. Here, I'm gonna clear this away here so I can not have that sitting on the belt. Okay, so this is cool. So these are working like nonstop. We're getting a ton of cellulose now, which means we're getting a ton of graphite, which means we are getting a ton of carbon fiber and using less methane, so this should be backing up soon. The methanol now is going in somewhere, or did I set that up? I did set that up. Okay, so methanol's coming in here. Ooh, we really need to figure out what to do with this, I think. Or I could just trust that it's going to work. I don't really like the sound of that. Okay, so let me think. So right now this is like a top-up, okay? Because it's going to come into this red pipe, and it's not going to be able to fill up that red pipe to 100%, which means these things are going to be able to fill up the red pipe. Like, are these full yet? No, they're not full yet. They soon will be, though, right? Because these are working, and they're giving me a fair bit of methanol. But I guess we're just using the methanol now. We're using lubricant and solvent, I suppose. Okay, oops. That relay hasn't been doing a darn thing. Okay, well now we're getting there. Now we're doing something with that graphite. How much graphite do I have? Should I like demand it real quick? Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Coal. Interesting. It looked like graphite, but it was not, was it? Alright, oops. What do I want to see here? Oh, we had 1,096. How on earth did I know? Fascinating. Alright, and then I can just do that, and I can actually get rid of that logistics request, and they will still bring it to me. See, you can see on the right side it says deliver 1.0K graphite, and there you go, they're delivering it. Cool, okay. So I don't think there was a reason to have a ton of graphite in my chest. It is kind of nice to have it in there in case I need to summon it for like my buildings or something, but yeah, I think we're good for now. What was I saying? Oh, right. That's why I wouldn't want to have a permanent demand chest for graphite. I like having the filtered storage chest so that I can still use demand chests if I need to actually demand graphite for things that I need. You know what I'm saying. All right, methane's still not filled up. Okay, so maybe we trust that this is going to work out just fine. I don't know. I'm expecting this to back up. And if it doesn't back up, I don't know. We'll find out. All right, let's see. We got nucleotides and amino acids that we can do things with. And that is like this. We can harvest worm eggs and make nucleotides and amino acids. Okay. And then we can harvest worms and just make amino acids with a few minor byproducts. I think the rutile is a minor byproduct, at least. What else can we do? We can also dispose of worm eggs, and we can dispose of worms, neither of which sound appealing. I'd rather turn that into amino acids and nucleotides. Although at some point I might actually need to dispose of worm eggs, because if those get backed up, then we won't have worms to make science with. Something to keep an eye on. But for now, I think we are just fine. Anything else? Let's look if there was another way to make this nucleotides and amino acids. I can never find it, can I? All right. That was usage. I didn't want to use it. I wanted to craft it. Okay, so this is the basic way of creating nucleotides. We can also make barrels and then unbarrel them. Okay, and then the worm egg harvest is the next thing I want to do. And then we can harvest biters, arthropods. Excellent. And that gives us more efficient amino acids and nucleotides, I assume, as well as heavy water, which probably is maybe useful. I think heavy water is hard to come by. And then harvesting fish eggs. Okay. So yeah, we harvest eggs to get nucleotides. Makes sense. What about amino acids? Let's start at the top. This is the inefficient way to make amino acids. And then the next way is worm harvest. And we also get it from the worm eggs, of course. And then we get it from the biters and the fish. And then at some point, this will be useful, I think. We'll turn nucleotides into amino acids if we have too many nucleotides. Okay. Cool. Okay. I think we're clear that I want to first harvest the worm eggs, and then I'll have both amino acids and nucleotides. I'm expecting to need more amino acids, and in that case, we will harvest the worms. And then the final step is disposing of worm eggs if we get backed up on nucleotides and amino acids. Then we can just dispose of the eggs. Now, do I want to leave any of this nucleotides just in case? I think, yes. Well, for one thing, we don't have worm eggs yet. We don't have a backup of worm eggs, right? Oh, we do have a backup of worm eggs. Oh yeah, let's go. We have a backup of worms. So maybe we do the worms first. Let's do the worms first because that's, I think, simpler for me to think about. We have fewer byproducts that I really need to worry about. I mean, we actually have more byproducts, but rutile and ammonia should be pretty straightforward byproducts, I think. We'll just do a active dispatch test, and I think we'll be okay. All right, so we can rip all those amino acids out, I think, and figure out what we want to do. Okay. All right. What do we want to do here? Distilleries. Let's design a little something using... I guess we want to conserve the worms. Yeah, we want to conserve the worms. Not like a crazy amount. I don't need the good yield modules that have a crazy amount of energy consumption boosting. But it would be nice to conserve it a little. Oh, and it's just one. Okay, cool. One input. And then 3 outputs. Okay. Like so. And then we will put an inserter like that. Copy it like so. We didn't need that inserter. I didn't need that. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this should be good. And then, let's see, power pole. And lamp. All right. So if I put it right here, Yeah, I think this is probably the way to do it. Now, how much amino acids is actually giving me? We should check that. Oh, I surely want to put it by the small beacons, don't I? Oh, actually, that won't reach. I'll have to do it like this, which is just fine. Just fine by me. Okay. So, amino acids. This gives me 4.16 every second, and these will give me 88.5. Okay. So a bit of a boost there. A bit of a boost. Factor of orders of magnitude. We'll put it that way. Orders of magnitude. All right, and I'll run this belt like so. And put an output priority going to the science. Okay. And we're good. Saline water is going to be easy for me to deal with. I'm going to have it go down. Yeah, like right here, because this is saline water, right? I just think that's easier to deal with instead of putting it up here. I don't know why. I mean, if I was going to expand the protocells, I'd probably put it over here, huh? All right, should I double check that the bacteria is, let's see, 10 a second and 10 a second. Okay, that's like perfect. We don't have, I might bump this up to 20% just to make sure we still have enough in that pipe. Does that make sense? Because I don't want this to slow down because it's, the bacteria is slow to get to this back end, but it doesn't look like that's going to be an issue. So I think we're probably fine. Yeah, it's not an issue. I could have left that at 10%. Oh, well. Oh, well. All right. Okay, so then what am I doing here? Those are being affected by the beacons. This is indeed 170 per second. That's insane. And we're full up on rutile. Oh, I forgot that I needed a output inserter, didn't I? So I'm going to run it backwards, I think, and then put it into a demand chest over here. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I think I might expand this. Why would I expand it, you ask? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Put it in an active provider chest. I should probably always have these. Where are my chests that I'm summoning? Up here. Just always have 5, please. And I don't need the good ones. Honestly, don't really understand the point of having the good chests. Like, sure, you get a bigger buffer, but who really cares? I think the better demand chests maybe have more request slots, right? Let's check that. Yeah. So the largest one has a 20 request slots. So that is actually super useful. And even these other ones have 10 and 8. So that could certainly be useful for them all. But otherwise, we're good. All right, let's come up and have a filtered storage chest for the rutile. Oh my gosh. And where do I want to put that here? I think I want to put it in one of these. Does that make a lot of sense? I think that makes a lot of sense. Let me first filter it. Okay, found the rutile, and you can just click on the logistics filter down there and it'll do it. Okay, so now in case they were delivering anything, which it doesn't look like they were, this should be fine. Should I use both of these? I think I'll do both of those. So, yeah, filtered storage chest means that if there's rutile, they will bring it here. They won't actively seek out the rutile, which is good because they might take it from this supply chest if I made that a demand chest or something. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. I actually needed rutile, didn't I? Titanium tetrachloride is backed up, but let's see. Okay, the titanium was backed up. All right, cool. I didn't need. Wait, hold on. This condition is borked. I wanted this to be if it's less than 100, and it should have. It should have a bunch in it, but these wires are not going where they need to go. Come on. Are they going to the inserter? No, I just didn't put a red chest from the pylon to the... I didn't put a red wire from the pylon to the chest. Okay. That was silly. All right, so now the rutile's backing up. All right, so now we're not turning sand into rutile unnecessarily. What else does this do for me? Oh, it consumes sulfuric acid. Yeah, what a waste. What a waste. That's okay. We've got a backlog of titanium tetrachloride now, and we'll consume the titanium easily enough. All right. How's our methanol and methane? We're not getting backed up on methane, so that's good. Okay. Cool. I'm assuming this stuff isn't really working. It is working. An item ingredient shortage of sugar. Ah, this is delightful. Now, is this all working as it should? I think probably it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess we could boost our grass crushing as well as grass hydroplants, because these are pretty much working nonstop. Fluid ingredient shortage of what? Did I mess up the pipe? It's not getting air, but these other ones have air. Oh no, the other ones don't have air. We just need more air. All right, can I just upgrade these? I think I can just upgrade those. I think I have it in my mall now. I can also upgrade the pipe, which is probably super useful. That's a pump 3, so that's good. And then, oh, I can't. I'll have to walk over there to upgrade that to the best pipe ever, which will ensure that I have enough throughput. Let's see. I think I added it somewhere. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm going to replace this hotbar with the black ones. All right, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And there come the black pipes. Excellent. So that should output full here. You can see these black pipes. Oof. Well, we're pumping as fast as we can. Okay, it's backing up. All right. So that has plenty of air now. Okay. What was I doing now? Let's see here. We've gotten the worm harvesting. Good, and we don't have worms for this. Oh, no, we do have worms for it. It is the output, because I never set up any of the outputs. Of course I didn't. Well, let's do that then. Let's see. We'll get, what is it? Amino acids first. Is that perfect? That's perfect. Amino acids are full. Should I rip out this? I'm thinking no. Actually, I could do something cunning. Oh, except I don't have red pipes. I'm gonna request five red pipes, please. Oh, that didn't do it. I needed to request that. Okay. I'm gonna do something cunning here. Is it cunning? Yes, it is cunning. Oh, no, I just got out of my logistics network. Gosh, dang it. How do I see my logistics network? Oh, like an Alt-D. Yeah, I did get out of it. All right, the cunning thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with a red pipe. Red pipe, red pipe, red pipe, red pipe. And I desperately need to replace that with a red pipe. Well, maybe not desperately, but oh well. And I'm no longer in the logistics network. Crap. Okay, well, I'll explain why I did that. So now this pipe, it'll fill up 400 amino acids, but it'll only be at 60% pressure, which means this bigger pipe with 80% pressure will not receive any amino acids unless this has less than 60% pressure. And how can this pipe get less than 60% pressure? Only if there's less than 60% pressure in these pipes, which means there should be plenty of space for these to work if I need amino acids. Makes sense. I've done that before. It's been a while though, because we've had, better ways of dealing with this sort of thing. And yeah, I'll do it here. And I missed out on this. I need a downgrade. That's what I need to do. Okay, we're getting more. All right. So now these nanofabricators should not be working. And they are filling up filling up the buffer in here, but once they do that, I think we will find that these are not working. I'll be able to rip them out and only use the worm harvesting. I don't want to rip it out now because I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough worms for all the amino acids that I need, and then everything will grind to a halt. So let's just hold off and check and see that these are going to be enough. First, wastewater and ammonia. I have ammonia somewhere over here, I think. I'm going to need to crook these things up, though, aren't I? Yeah, we'll just do let's do that. and then figure out where they need to go. That's not wastewater. No, that's fatty acid or something. Wait, what is this? Methane. Or, let's see. This is a byproduct, surely, right? We're pumping. Yeah, that's from the bacteria. Okay, so we're getting rid of the methane. We're pumping that out. It's a byproduct. Okay, everything's working. All right, wastewater is over here. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to run it back. And that's a byproduct, so that's the right line for this. And this is the ammonia. Okay, cool. And it looks like we have plenty of room in the ammonia pipe to add a byproduct of ammonia, and then it'll probably be a similar thing that we were dealing with those red pipes with the amino acids. So the blue pipe supplying the ammonia from biology will prioritize over the red pipes supplying ammonia from my base. Let's just double check that it's actually red pipes supplying the ammonia from my base. And look at that. Yes. This ammonia, you can see it gets filled up and it won't go into the blue pipes here. So cool. I think that's going to work. Except we do, I think maybe, I don't know if most, but a lot of the ammonia we're consuming is being consumed here by the nitric acid. So let's make sure the byproduct ammonia can get to the nitric acid here. Output full, cool. But yeah, this is using a lot of ammonia, I think, 130 per second, and I think that's probably comparable to this. Yeah, 86. So cool. So we're not going to have a problem backing that up. Well, maybe we will, but who knows? Let's see. So it's ammonia now that is backed up, and that is what we want to see. So now these are not going to work except to fill up that buffer, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully that worked the way I wanted it to. Well, let's see here, actually. Oh, that's ammonia. Okay. The nitric acid is here, and these are full pipes. Okay. Cool. Well, then, I guess we want nucleotides now. And then we'll need to use this ammonia as a top-up sort of deal, because the nucleotide thing for the worm eggs is giving me both amino acids and nucleotides. It's going to consume solvent, which is nice because that consumes methanol, actually. All right, worm eggs are a solid, so maybe I actually should have put the worms here. How do I want to do that? Well, let's see how much I'm going to want to use. So this is one worm egg every 3 seconds. Times the crafting speed or whatever, and we're only getting half a worm egg every second. Crazy. Okay, so we're not going to need a lot of this. Let's just stick it here, I think. I mean, I don't know what this is going to do, and yeah, we will want to use a yield module, huh? Okay, so we're going to now this will be interesting. I guess we'll do it the same way. Amino acids here. And then ammonia I'll crook up early. Okay. I'm having so much fun this episode. I don't know why this episode's just like... It's just a blast. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Alright. Ammonia, awesome. And then wastewater, good. Wastewater is in line here. And then I can do... oh, nope, that's a problem. Nucleotides. Okay, and the nucleotides are coming here. Now this, I definitely want to prioritize the worm eggs. So how am I going to do that? I probably will do something like a adjustable top-up from this supply here. Something like that will make sure that we're not... Oh, that nitric acid, huh? Come on. It looks like nucleotides. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do. Wait, that's nuclear. Like this. Okay, top up here, and then is it a two-way? No, we need to change this to a two-way. Oh, it's gonna get stuck with the ammonia. How are we gonna spaghettify this down here? Actually, no. This is gonna work. I'll do the nucleotides from the worm egg harvesting over here, and then cook it up like so. Would be just fine. Okay, cool. Okay, so then that'll work, and probably should replace that with a one-way thingamajigger there. All right, so we got the outputs, right? And then the other thing I wanted to do was do a top-up thing from this amino acid, because I definitely want to prioritize this one. Now, I will do something like 90% because this is going to stay full for most of the time. Actually, no, it needs to be 80%. Oh, sorry, 70. It needs to be less than the maximum pressure of this pipe. Because if it's at 80%, this pipe never actually fills up to 80%. It's like 79.9%, you know? So this would never top it up. But 70% will top it up, and it'll make sure that this pipe stays at 70% so that these red pipes will never supply it unless we absolutely need them to. Okay, so I think this is going to work okay. It means we're not going to be able to... we're not going to be able to copy this worm egg and replace these amino acids over here, but I think I'll just rip those out at some point. And this should be enough for all of our needs, hopefully. Now, was this saline? Saline water. So that's saline water too, right? Saline. Well, look at that. Just like so. Okay, so now we've got saline. We do need the solvent as well, and then we need... what's coming down here? The worm eggs. Yeah, and that's going to work just fine. I could also do something like use bots, but no. Why would I do that when I can just do dish? Is there a substation? How am I getting power here? Must be oh, there's a substation, yeah. I just couldn't see it. All right, worm eggs and solvent. Let's do the worm eggs first, and then we'll call it an episode. This has been a good one. We've gotten... yeah, the things that I wanted to get, huh? All right, so worm eggs now. I suppose we need to rethink this deal. Yeah, what on earth am I doing here? Okay, man, we have been researching so much stuff. All right, this is gonna be good, right? Okay, definitely want to output priority going back to here. Okay, and then do a little spaghettiness over here. We'll get, let's see, the sand like that, the worm eggs like that, and then these can come down. All right, and then we'll move them over. And let's see, worm eggs. Yeah, we got a handful of worm eggs. Probably should have continued sending them this way. We do have still some worm egg shortage going on, so we're not going to be getting worm eggs for a while. But we'll just test it out with this bad boy here. And then, yeah, we solvent. Okay. Is there anything there? Yes. So I need to take it over and then up. And then go over to my solvent, which is not so far away, is it? Solvent's like, here, right? Solvent. All right, and solvent. Why am I storing up a tank of that? I'm not really sure. Let's see. If I take it over from here, that might be an issue. Ah, it's coming this way. It's coming over to science. Okay, so I'll take it down here and then hook it on over. Right here, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's my new chemistry science, isn't it? All right. Well, great episode. Like I said, for some reason, I just had a lot of fun. Oh, I know what it is. This is my first episode back from vacation. That's why I'm having so much fun, because I haven't played Factorio in ages. All right, solvent and Worm eggs. Excellent. Let's just dump all the worm eggs I have in there. Dump all the worms I have in there. We're full up on amino acids. We're not full up on amino acids here. So that's good. We're getting nucleotides, so that's good. Wastewater is disposing. Saline water, plenty of. All right, guys. Looks good. Yeah, that's going to dispose of those worm eggs just delightfully, isn't it? Oh, it looks like we are getting some worm eggs, and that's because I made this a blue... a blue thingamajigger. So if I just have a little bit of a buffer here with the blue belts, that'll make sure that all the worm eggs go where they're supposed to go and we don't dispose them, which would mean that these things never get the worm eggs they need. Okay, cool. All right, I think biology's looking good. Did I do everything I wanted to do? Yes. We'll get trees at some point. We'll keep researching. We'll get demolitions. We still haven't consumed 1,000 processor 2s. Unbelievable. All this stuff. Yeah. Rocket fuel, sure. Okay. Always be researching is my motto. Until next time. Wait, what are we going to do next time? Hold on, let me talk about what we're going to do next time, because I have absolutely no idea and I need to figure it out. Ooh, I think we got to do nuclear. At least getting the fusion cells up so that we can get demolitions. Where are those demolitions? Here they are. Missile 2s. And then we will be able to make lakes, which will let us seed this planet with algae. Yep, that's what we'll do. Nuclear. Wow, that's very exciting. We could also get bots. And how do we launch missiles? I don't actually know. I think we need to carry around a missile launcher, which is kind of not super fun for me. I do have a missile launcher. Okay, and it has a range of 64. Okay, so that's not crazy. Yeah, demolish areas from a distance with missiles. Does this also leave the missiles? Does that also leave a crater? No. Only the missile 2 leaves a crater lake. That one does include cliffs, though. I should have been carrying around missiles so that I could demolish any cliffs I come across. Maybe I'll do that if I remember. Okay, guys. Until next time, y'all take care.